On tonight's menu, we have tomato soup starting. Okay, I have peeled and cored tomatoes, my heirloom Oxheart tomatoes, and I have 60 ounces of tomatoes in this pot. Now I'm going to bring them up to a simmer and let them cook for about 10 minutes, and then put them through my food mill and get out all the seeds and continue from there. I'll be back. Okay, I have now sauteed onions and garlic and have added them to the boiling tomato product. As soon as this finishes cooking in another 3.5 minutes, I'm gonna soak it in the pan, put the pan in cold water and let it cool down so I can put it in the blender and make it smooth and then finish up. Okay, now the tomatoes are off the stove. I have them in the sink cooling off, and it's cooled off for a while now, and I put about half of it into the blender, and I'm going to add a little bit of cream, actually this whole container of cream, and my homegrown basil, my homegrown oregano, and my homegrown parsley will be added. I already added salt and pepper when I was cooking it, so I will mix all that together. I'll grind up the parsley and the oregano in with the tomatoes in the blender, but the basil I'll just chop up and add afterwards, after it's done cooking. So it's not too potent of a flavor, just in every bite, all by itself, is how I like it. So I will bring you back when it is ready. Okay, I have now blended the tomatoes and the spices together and the cream, and I have put it in my food mill and got out I can't do it one-handed, but I guess I can. Got out the seeds, and I'll finish this last bit up and then put it back in the pan and on the stove to cook about 10 more minutes. So I will bring back and show you the finished product with the basil in it. Okay, here it is in the pot, and it's got to warm back up and cook for about 10-15 more minutes. Blend all the flavors together. Everything's in except for the basil, which will be last, like I said before. And right now we are going to test it for seasoning and see where we're at. Oh wow, this is really good. It does not need any more seasoning. The salt, pepper is perfect, and the other spices. Wow, it is really good. This is Applebee's tomato basil soup recipe, and it is really worth a try. So I will come back and show you when I add the basil in before I eat it. Okay, here it is, the final product. It has cooked for 15 minutes, and I have added the basil, and you can see it's still bubbling, and I am going to have some dinner now.